Plaintiff Howard Miller says it was love at first sight, but it turned into heartbreak when the defendant broke off their engagement. Defendant, DamitaJo Morse, admits she called off the wedding. She says she had a good reason. The plaintiff was involved with other women.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Case number 25 on the docket, Miller versus Morse.
Okay, and welcome. I see here we have Mr. Miller.
Yes.
You are the plaintiff, and you are suing the defendant, Ms. Morse, in the amount of $5,000 for the return of an engagement ring.
Yes.
I guess things didn't work out.
No, not at all.
What happened?
Your Honor, it was, I thought love at first sight. I was driving down the street.
Yeah.
And I seen her.
How long ago was this?
About 3 years ago,
Okay.
3 and some change.
Yeah.
So when she had time, we eventually hooked up.
Yeah.
And we started dating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me that she finished her school and that she was going to Georgia to move. I said, you go ahead on and go out there and I'll follow you, because I was
Okay,
on,
when did this suddenly get more serious? Because we're talking about an engagement ring here.
It was serious when she left, I thought.
Yeah, okay, but you hadn't given her a ring yet.
I hadn't given it to her yet.
Okay, so tell me, how did we get to the ring?
We were talking about weddings and stuff like that.
Over the phone?
Over the phone. Well, in person, before she left.
Oh, before she left.
Before she left. We were talking about weddings and type of rings and stuff. She told me her ring size.
Oh, okay.
And then she told me...
When they tell you the ring size, that's pretty serious.
Yeah, that's what the women do, you know?
Yeah.
I surprised her and sent it to her because I was on the other end of the country.
You mailed it to her?
I mailed it to her.
Did you overnight it, or you just put it in regular mail?
Yeah, I overnighted it. And
how
I
much
told
was
her
the
that
ring?
$5,000.
Do you have a...
Yes, I have.
Okay, I want to see
I
it.
have my original receipt.
All right.
Right there.
So now we got a ring for $5,000 you bought her. She had no idea it was coming.
She had no idea. I told her it was something else that was coming.
Oh.
I told her that I had gotten some shirts with me and her face on there.
What, like a T-shirt?
Yeah, yeah. And I
You
told
are
her
such a romantic. So it gets there, and then I assume you get a call from her.
Matter of fact, while I was talking to her, she had a knock at the door, and it was the delivery man.
That was coincidence.
That was perfect timing.
Oh, yeah. It was a coincidence because you didn't know at that moment.
I didn't know it was going to be at that moment. So while I was telling her the T-shirts was on the way, she received a knock at the door, and she received the ring all at the same time.
Just for this question, you opened the... Was that a shock?
Yes. Yes.
What did you say to her?
I was like, I can't believe you did this.
And you said, then what did you say?
Would you marry me over the phone?
Good thinking.
And she said yes. But then once I seen her in person, then I did the traditional way on the knee and all that.
You went on the knee?
Yeah, on the knee, the traditional way.
So what happened now? How did it break up?
Well, we had, she had her ex-boyfriend on her shoulder, and I had confronted her about that.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like a tattoo?
Tattoo.
Of the ex-boyfriend on the shoulder?
On her shoulder. So I ended up paying $200 to cover that myself.
Okay.
And so we went through that, and then another one, his picture was with her on Facebook.
From your point of view, what was the reason you guys broke up? Did you want to break up with her?
No, I didn't want to break up with her.
Because you just told me things that you aren't happy with. Why did you guys break up?
I broke up with him
Yes.
because he is a cheater. And
let me write all this down.
And he's a liar. He's a totally different person.
An amazing amount of cheaters also lie. Yes, go ahead.
The first thing was he left his phone at home one day.
Oh.
And I went through the phone. I seen 13.
Did you suspect things? Is that why you went through it?
I went through the phone because some prior stuff had happened.
Oh, okay.
Some prior stuff had
happened. So you had
with
reason
me
to
and
think
him.
maybe he's not on the up and up.
Yeah.
So his phone's there. You're looking around. He's not home.
Yes.
When's he coming home?
Exactly.
And now you go, and what do you see on that phone?
I go through the phone. I see 13 different women's numbers in the phone.
Oh.
Where he's texting them back and forth.
Are these women you work with? Or are these...
Yes, it's women I work with, but
how do you
if
work
I was
with
going to
them?
mess with them,
it wasn't
do you think I
women.
would have given her a ring?
He was texting them, offering them money for sex.
Oh,
One
that's
of
the
them was
kind,
pretty
so you are
young.
in business
No,
with them.
Yes.
No, not that kind of business.
Yes,
Not that kind of
13
business.
women.
Yeah.
One of them was pretty young.
Yeah.
And she had sent pictures, you know, naked pictures and video and
All right.
stuff like that.
Okay, right now you're not looking real good.
All right.
Okay.
The second thing was, prior to that,
Yeah.
I got a text via social media through my phone of a woman saying that he was stalking her, and
It's not the truth.
he was going by her house, he was stalking her
It's not the
through
truth.
Facebook, and he was calling
not
her.
the truth.
And
Oh.
she said that she was scared and she needed him to stop bothering her. And then he questioned me about the picture on Facebook. It's a picture of an ex-boyfriend that I had in 2005 who's deceased. He's been dead for 13 years now.
I don't think she's cheating with him.
And someone tagged me in the picture.
You know what, Your Honor, that was not the.
Okay.
That was not the. Go ahead.
Okay.
Someone tagged me in the picture,
Oh.
and that's the same picture that he keeps bringing up. And when he
Yeah.
called me this one time, I was just fed up with it. I'm like, after all
Yeah.
you did to me,
Yeah.
and I forgave you time and time, and you still keep bringing this picture up.
So you said the engagement's off.
Yes, I was
Okay.
through with it.
And you know what, Your Honor?
It's pretty hard to listen to all of that
You know what,
and
Your Honor?
say that she doesn't have grounds for saying she doesn't want to be married to you.
This would have been my first marriage. I loved her. And I told her when I gave her the ring, if anything ever happens, that she has to give it back.
What I know, I've just met the both of you.
Yes.
All I see, which is the only thing that's relevant here, is you're no longer engaged. She has, I think most people would say, pretty good reason to break up the engagement. But she could break up the engagement if she had no reason.
Yeah.
Maybe she just fell out of love with you.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Better now than after
That's
you're
right.
married.
That's right.
So that's all okay. So the only issue I'm left with here is whether you, in saying, I don't want to marry you anymore, whether you have an obligation to give back the engagement ring.
Yeah.
Can I see that
Yes,
ring?
the engagement ring
Yeah, you
is
can
gorgeous.
step up here.
And it has sentimental value.
It's very nice. It looks very nice on you. However, normally, when you're together and one gives the other a gift, that's a gift that you give. And if things turn south, you don't get the gift back. You gave a gift. But there is something called a conditional gift. And an engagement ring, in most states, the law recognizes that an engagement ring is what we call a conditional gift.
Yes.
It is given for a very specific reason. Now, as you clearly explained, and the very romantic way of putting it in the box, sending it to her, she's on the phone, it arrives, will you marry me? Yes, I will. You got there, you got down on one knee to back up the giving of that ring. That ring is a conditional gift. And so, because my heart's with you on this one, and I think anyone watching this show is going to be on your side. But the law is the law. And on this particular ring, which was conditioned on the marriage, under the law, if the marriage is off, the ring goes back. And it's breaking my heart to do it because you're such a sweet lady, but you have to return the ring.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to get it back because the law prevailed. It was on my side because that's what the law is for. You can't go and be emotional. You have to do what the law says. And a lot of that stuff she was saying was a lie.
It makes me feel sad, but that's the type of person he is. He can have his stuff back. It doesn't matter.
I paid $5,000 for this ring, and I'm glad to get it back. And I can give it to somebody else who really deserves it.
Hey YouTube, check out my new show, Judge Jerry. Now for sneak preview and behind the scenes footage, subscribe to my channel now.